Zack Snyder's Justice League was just released, and it was a 4-hour long, pretty good movie. It actually wasn't half bad. Now, I think without question, this is a big improvement on the 2017 Justice League movie directed by Joss Whedon. But that doesn't mean that this movie is a masterpiece, because I see a lot of people saying that it is on Twitter and in comment sections, and yeah, this movie is far better than what came out in 2017, there's no question about that. And it's a shame that Zack Snyder wasn't able to release this vision back in 2017, but this movie is far from perfect. Let's not forget about the subplot about getting a plane to fly.
You need to see this.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm! Let's go! Oh my god!
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Life's good. You know what I mean?
You guys, calm down. It's just a plane. But kidding aside, I did enjoy Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's honestly day and night compared to the 2017 release. Just the character work is so much better, and it's really disappointing knowing that this was all there back in 2017, but Joss Whedon decided to cut out some pretty crucial parts. And I think what most people have noticed, and one of the biggest improvements of the Snyder Cut, was Cyborg. In the 2017 Justice League movie, Cyborg is barely a character. It really feels like studio executives threw a dart at a board with their eyes closed and it landed on Cyborg. However, now in Zack Snyder's Justice League, Cyborg is really important and plays a significant role in the movie. We learn what his powers are and what he can actually do. He's not just a literal cyborg with a cannon for an arm and he can hack stuff. He's a supercomputer with the mind of a human, and we actually get to know him and his pain and what he's gone through. The man's had a pretty horrible life. I love the scene where he is listening to the tape from his dad and it's telling him about what he can do and what his powers are. His dad tells him that he can basically control the entire world, and it does a really good job at showing how powerful he is outside of just punching people. And in just this scene, we learn so much about him. He's literally told that he could destroy the world if he wanted to, but instead he uses his power to make a person's life better. This is what you want to see out of superheroes. Actually helping people. Not just in the contextual way of saving everyone by saving the world, but literally by helping one person in small ways can really make heroes feel like, well, heroes. Steppenwolf is also so much better in this version. He actually has motivation and a reason. We learn that he's basically trying to redeem himself to Darkseid for something that they never really say, but we don't really care because it's already more than we had back in 2017. When I watched the theatrical cut of Justice League, I thought Steppenwolf was just some guy working for Darkseid that for some undisclosed reason wanted these fucking boxes. The character design is also a lot better as well. His face is just so much more angry than it was back in 2017. I don't really care for his silvery suit as much though. It gave me bad Transformer vibes and kind of looked a little flat when comparing it to what Darkseid looked like. I don't know, man. If you ask me, Steppenwolf was just a horrible choice for a villain to start off with. He has no personality. And Snyder tried to give that to him, but I think it still missed the mark. Now, one of the biggest things to get over is the 4-hour runtime, and I definitely felt it. I watched this shit over the course of 2 days, and there was a lot of movie to soak up with a lot of characters. But for the most part, I think it used that screen time to its advantage. Having every hero have a stake in the fight and a reason to hate Steppenwolf was definitely something missing from 2017. But Zack seemed to have added some pretty pointless and boring scenes. Anytime Lois Lane is on screen, I fall asleep.
You'll never love anybody the way that I love your son. I miss him so much.
This is the one thing I prefer that they had just kept the same from the 2017 version, is Lois Lane's screen time. Just let her be in a cop car with Alfred rather than these stupid overdramatic scenes of her mourning Superman. And then the music is just so much, and the scenes are just so out of place with the rest of the film. I swear, some of them last for 15 seconds with no dialogue or anything. Just her sitting there looking at his suit. And then they just throw the Martian Manhunter in there? Why is he in the fucking movie? Like, this is kind of creepy. I don't know if you guys felt like that, but when I found out that he pretended to be Martha Kent, it was just like, what are you doing? Why do you care about Lois Lane? He doesn't even know Superman or the rest of the Justice League's plan to bring him back. This is so surface level and meaningless. He's also played by the army guy from Man of Steel, so are we now supposed to think that this was the Martian Manhunter the whole time? Or is he just now turning into him? Even at the end when he shows up to Bruce Wayne's fucking splash pad is so bizarre. This definitely feels like it was a post-credit scene. Also, he looks fucking horrible.
Oh shit, what is that?
The action throughout the movie is also a lot better. The whole final battle feels so much more intense and hard-hitting. Like, Batman runs through these fools and it's fucking nuts.
I just can't fucking compete!
Kobe!
1, 2, 3, 4.
I also enjoy that when Superman shows up, it's just fucking over. Like, there's just no beating him. And I won't lie, the scene at the end with Flash running so fast that it turns back time is probably one of the best superhero movie scenes I have ever seen. It's so creative and feels like exactly what the Flash would do in that scenario. And it makes me so upset that this entire sequence was filmed back in 2017 and Joss Whedon decided against it. Like, this is some of the most superhero shit I have ever seen. There are some things that are just weird in the movie, like a lot of the music just doesn't fit well with a lot of the scenes, and sometimes it feels like you're watching a trailer or an ad.
What are your superpowers again? I'm rich.
Also, some of the dialogue is just not good.
Not enough what you did. I did a mistake, that's all.
Don't say you did a mistake. Just say you were wrong. Saying you did a mistake sounds like you took a shit on the floor. But the weirdest part is the 7-minute dream sequence at the very end. Some people like this and others don't, and I am one of the ones that do not like it at all. It's just so fucking strange. Joker is talking about giving Batman a reach around, and then Batman says that he'll kill him, and they are trying really hard to set up this picture of the world and what happened and who's dead and why, and then the dream fucking ends. And that's it. Like, yeah, sure, Jared Leto's Joker wasn't that bad this time. That's cool, I guess. But why add this in the movie? It's just a strange scene to end the movie with, and especially now that we've learned that Zack Snyder is most likely not going to be making any more DC films. It just kind of feels like he threw it in there because he knows that people will go crazy if they see Batman and Joker talking to each other and working together, even if you can't understand him half the time.
All you have to do is tear it in half, and I'm happy to discuss with you in any way you like.
Looking back now at all of the DCEU films, this one honestly seems like the best of them. Man of Steel is not very fun, Aquaman is a joke, Wonder Woman 84 is a painful ride, Batman v Superman is stupid, and Suicide Squad is probably one of the funniest films I've ever seen.
So that's it? What, we some kind of Suicide Squad?
Only the first Wonder Woman comes close to being the best of the DCEU movies. I know that the Snyder Cut won't be considered canon, but hopefully this might breathe some life into the DCEU, because currently it's just a mess of below average films and a web of discontinuity and having certain movies exist in different realities. It just looks so bad compared to the MCU, but I think that if some of the future DC films can have just half of the creativity that Zack Snyder's Justice League showed, then I think the DCEU might be able to dig themselves out of the hole they made. So I'm going to give Zack Snyder's Justice League a humble but solid 7 out of 10.